This YouTube script template right here is responsible for over 300 million views on my main channel. It helped this video here get 15 million views. It helped this video here get 12 million views. This video I made 2 days ago has already hit 60,000 views because it follows this powerful script writing formula. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what this script writing formula is and how you can quickly start using it in your next video. So there are 5 different steps you need to follow in order to write a killer YouTube script. And step number 1 is what I call the thumbnail alignment rule. So the big mistake that most new creators make is they'll spend hours writing a really incredible YouTube script, but that script doesn't match their title and thumbnail. And if this happens, then people click on your video and then they'll just click right off because your title and thumbnail sets the expectations for the viewer. So your title and thumbnail set some expectations in the viewer's head. And if those expectations are not met within the first 5 seconds of your script, people just click off the video because they think they've been clickbaited, right? So the first job of your script is to meet the expectations set by your title and thumbnail. But you can't do that if you don't have a title and thumbnail already made. So actually step 1 to writing a killer YouTube script is slightly counterintuitive, but you actually need to do your title and thumbnail first before writing the script. So what does that actually mean? Well, your title needs to be finalized. You need your final title already done before you start writing your script. And then your thumbnail, it doesn't need to be 100% completed, but you need a rough outline on what your thumbnail is going to kind of look like. So once you've got those 2 things, you then want to look at your title and thumbnail and ask yourself 2 questions. Firstly, what expectations are my title and thumbnail setting? And secondly, what reason to watch this video did I just give my viewers? So let me give you an example of this right now. This is Karis's channel. She's part of my email newsletter, and you can subscribe to that by clicking one of the links in the description. And essentially, we're going to go through this video here and we're going to redo her script. So the first thing I'm going to look at is her title and thumbnail, and it says, give me 15 minutes and I'll change the way you work out. And then her actual thumbnail itself, it's got a before and after transformation and some text saying transform your body. So based off this title and thumbnail, I've got 5 questions that me as a viewer would instantly be thinking in my head. Question 1 is, why is my workout wrong? Question 2 is, how should I actually be working out? Question 3 is, can I actually do this workout? Is it actually possible? Question 4 is, how long will the transformation take? And question 5 is this easy to do? So what I want you to do is do the same for your thumbnail and title right now. Just really look at them and answer those 2 questions. And then just whittle it down to the 3 most compelling questions. And what these questions are going to do is inform our script going forward. So the 3 questions I want to whistle this one down to is, why is my workout wrong? How should I actually be working out? And how long will this transformation take? Now, write down these 3 questions because we're going to come back to them later. And really, those questions is what's going to inform the rest of our script going forward. So it's really, really important you do that first. So once you've done that, we can now actually move on to actually writing the script. And our script's going to follow what I call the HIVE formula. So HIVE stands for hook, intro, value, end screen. So it's a very easy way to remember how to actually do your YouTube scripts. And we're going to start off with the hook. So the hook is what you say at the very beginning of your video. And its only job is to grab people's attention within the first 5 to 10 seconds of the video itself. Now, you've got to remember that the very start of the video is where you'll always see the biggest drop off. So if you can increase the retention here with a really good hook, then by default, the retention will be improved throughout the rest of the video. So there are 2 different types of hooks you can do on your scripts. Hook type number 1 is the question hook. So this is just where you pose a question to your audience. So in Karis's case, it could be something like, are you training hard but seeing no results? Very simple and to the point. The second type is a statement hook, and this is just a much more bold and controversial or surprising claim. So in Karis's case, it could be something like, you've been working out wrong your entire life, and in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to prove it to you. And I've actually created an AI prompt here that you can just put into ChatGPT, and it's going to create these hooks for you. But first, let's look at Karis's video and see what she's done and how we can improve it.
Do you ever feel like you are spinning your wheels at the gym, but not seeing results? Or maybe you're seeing some progress, but you're looking to elevate your fitness game. Or maybe you're listening today because you just want some fitness tips.
Okay, so you can see that Karis has used 3 question hooks here at the very beginning of her video, and that's really the problem. It's far too long. Your hook should only be between 5 to 10 seconds maximum, not 15 seconds, which is how long her one is, because you want to keep the momentum of the video going. So if I was in her shoes, what I would do is just have one simple statement, something like, you've been working out wrong your whole life, let me prove it to you in the next 15 minutes. That's just a simple statement that immediately grabs the attention of the viewer, and then we can move on to the rest of the introduction. And if you want help with your opening hook, literally just copy and paste this free ChatGPT prompt that I've made, add in your video title, add in your input bias, to explain why someone should listen to you, and it will come out with a whole bunch of hooks for your next video in a few seconds. So I've just put in this prompt for Karis's video and it says, you've been working out wrong. Let me fix that in 15 minutes. I think there's a pretty strong hook. So we'll go with something like that. So step number 3 is the introduction. And at this point, your script needs to do 2 things. Firstly, it needs to provide context. And secondly, it needs to exceed the expectations set by the title and thumbnail. In fact, here's Mr. Beast saying exactly that.
So at the very beginning, match the expectations, and then you want to exceed them. So you want to assure people that what they clicked on is what they're getting, and then blow their mind and be like, but you're also getting even more.
So why does context actually matter? So you've just got to remember that when people click on a video, they're expecting something. In their head, they've got something that they've clicked on, and you need to confirm that what they clicked on is what they're getting so they don't feel clickbaited and click off. So how do you do this? Well, it's really simple. All you do is go to the 3 questions that we identified in step 1 and briefly address all of them at the very start of the video. So I'll do that in a second for Karis's video, but firstly, let's look at her actual introduction right now.
Today we're talking all things fitness. Now this is a different topic for me. However, it's one that I love to talk about. So if you like this video, let me know in the comments below because I will make more videos like this. And if you enjoy content like this, self-development, becoming the best version of you, then make sure you subscribe, join the family, and check out the links in the description below because you'll find things like my vlog channel, my audio podcast, Highest and Best, my Instagram, my TikTok, and all of those good things. I have multiple personal training certifications from the top institutions. So let's get into fitness advice that changed my life.
Okay, so I've had to speed up a little bit of this introduction because it's simply too long. The first thing to note is your introduction should be around 30 seconds maximum. If it takes you a minute and a half, like Karis has done here, to actually get to the first point, people just get bored and they click off. Secondly, don't tell people to subscribe or check out your vlog channel or check out your Instagram or anything like that, because at this point you haven't delivered any value in the video yet. So why would someone subscribe to you if you haven't delivered them any value? So it doesn't make any sense to do that. If you've got a call to action, always put it later on in the video after you've already delivered a bit of value, because that's when people go, oh, I quite like this person, I will subscribe, or I'll check out their email newsletter. The other thing is, don't mention your vlog channel or your Instagram. So many people do this at the very beginning of the video. The problem is if people actually go and check out your vlog channel or your Instagram or your podcast, then it means they leave this video here, and that's really bad because it's going to crush the watch time. So also you don't want to be doing that in the introduction of the video at all. Instead, this is how I'd rewrite Karis's introduction. So the 3 questions we had earlier from step 1 were, why is my workout wrong? How should I actually be working out? And how long will this transformation take? So if I were to redo her introduction, it would sound like this. So we start off with the hook, which would be something like, you've been working out wrong your whole life, and I'm going to prove it to you in the next 15 minutes. Then we just add context from the 3 questions that we came up with earlier. You see, most people follow flashy workouts they see online, which are designed to look good, not to get results. And that's exactly why your progress has plateaued. But the truth is, there's a smarter way to train, one that's simple and can be easily adapted to fit you. And if you commit to it for the next 90 days, you'll build real strength, look notably better, and actually enjoy the process. Now, really just think about this from the audience perspective about why this is such a powerful script writing technique. Because at the very beginning of the video, not only do you hook them in with one of the hooks that we talked about earlier, but at the same time, you then say that you're going to answer the questions that they want to know the answers to that were set by your title and thumbnail. Does that make sense? Can you see why this is such a good way to write YouTube introductions and YouTube scripts? Now, once you've matched their expectations, we now need to exceed them. And to do this is very simple. Just mention your credibility or experience in 1 to 2 sentences after the context that you've just provided. So Karis does do that in this video, but we could really reduce it down to just 1 sentence, something along the lines of, and by the way, my name's Karis and I've got a degree in health and fitness, and I've trained hundreds of women, helping them transform their bodies with this exact approach. Now, if you don't have that level of credibility, then you can just say something else, like providing a free download in the video, or you can say how many hours you spent researching this particular topic. You just need to say something that make the viewers feel like they're getting more than what they actually expected when they first clicked onto it. And once you've done that, we can then move on to step 4, which is scripting out the actual content of the video itself. And if you get this wrong, then really everything else I've said doesn't really matter. So the content of your video itself is where you delivered the value that you promised in your introduction. And every video is obviously different, but generally speaking, if you break your video down into a listicle format, such as top 10 or 5 easy ways or 5 steps to do something right, or other, then it boosts viewers' engagement because people want to stay around to listen to all the different steps. Because even if they know steps 1, 2, 3, and 4, they might think that 5 would, let's say, be the game changer for them, so they'll always stay around for the last step. So as you can see, that's why this video is broken down into 5 different steps. However, when most people fail is how they actually structure their points. Most people, they make a point and then they explain it. And Karis actually does that here. So let's have a look at what she's doing wrong, and then I'll tell you how to fix it.
Number one is that you need to find the best style that works for you, no matter where you are in your fitness journey. One of the most common things that I see is people saying that...
So can you see what she's done? She's gone, tip number 1 is you need to find the best style that works for you. The problem with this is that me as a viewer, if I already think I know that, I'm just going to skip through the rest of the video and skip to the next point, and this will kill the watch time. So instead, the payout, which is finding the right style, workout style for you, that needs to be at the end, and then you need some stuff before that that builds up to the payout. And what you need before that is firstly to rehook the viewers with a new hook, and then secondly, you need to tell a story that leads to the final point, which is finding the right workout style for you. So this is what it would look like if I was to rewrite Karis's point. Now, obviously, I'm just making this up, so it's not going to sound that natural, but it would look something like this. Have you ever wondered why you can't stay consistent with your workouts? Well, I used to force myself into strength training because I thought that's what I should be doing. But truthfully, I just dreaded every session. I wasn't enjoying it and I wasn't seeing results. And eventually I just quit altogether. Then a friend suggested that I tried yoga. At first, I laughed it off, but then I gave it a real go and I just loved it. I felt energized. I was around people like me and I really look forward to moving my body. And for the first time, I actually stuck with a workout plan. So the lesson here was to find the actual workout style that works for you, not what's trendy and not what looks impressive. Can you see there how the payout is now at the end? And it means as a viewer, you're much more likely to watch the whole way through that actual first point. Also, don't reveal the payout in your video chapters, because right here, I can be like, oh, find a workout that works for you. I already know that. I'll go to the second point. Understand the structure of a workout. Oh, I already know that. I'll go to the third point. And you can see how this can kill watch time. Instead, keep it mysterious. So just go tip number 1, tip number 2, tip number 3. That's how you should really also do video chapters. So that's the value part of the Hive formula. Hook, intro, value, and then finally we come to end screen. Let's have a look at Karis's end screen and then we'll see if we can improve it at all.
If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you for listening and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so we can really improve this end screen. You've got to remember that what YouTube wants is people just to be on YouTube as long as possible because it means they make more money. So at the very end of your video, what you want to do is send people from one of your videos to another one of your videos because that will increase the session time and allow YouTube to promote your channel even more because they go, hey, this channel is keeping people on the platform itself. But the problem that Karis has here is she just goes, I'll see you in the next one. But what is the next video? You really need to guide viewers to the next stage. And the best way to do this is to set up a new problem and then say that this other video of yours will fix it. So what Karis could say here, for example, is, look, everything I've told you about working out is completely useless if you don't have the right mindsets when you go to the gym. Therefore, watch this video here where I explain how to have the right mindset in the gym. Can you see what's going on there? I'm setting up a new problem and then I'm saying, hey, this other video will fix this problem. And then viewers will go from your current video to the new video. And that's basically how you increase session time and boost retention. And speaking of end screens, I'm going to do it right now. So this entire video will be completely useless if you don't have a really good title because your title, as we talked about earlier, informs your entire script. So watch this video here where I explain how to write a killer YouTube title.